Alright guys, so in this video we're going to do a clutch on the 9th gen Honda Civic Si. I'm doing an action clutch stage 2. And I also have a new flywheel. While I'm in here, Alright, so I'm going to disconnect the battery. Now that the battery's out the way, I am going to remove the air box. Alright guys, so to get the air box out, it's easy. It's just a 10mm bolt and then it sits on those rubber grommets. Pull that off, make sure to disconnect your mass airflow sensor and just pull that clip off to the side there and you'll be good to go. Then here are the shift cables, so you're just going to start by disconnecting those. Just pull the pins out and then pull this clip here and you can just swing them out of the way. Once you have these out the way, the shifter cables, disconnect this plug here. It goes to this little actuator or thing. I assume it might have to do something with traction control. I don't know what it does, but just disconnect that. And then you also have another sensor down there. We'll disconnect it. And then there's going to be a little push tab. You're going to push that and it'll simply slide out because it normally will sit right there. So just pop the clip and pull it out. Anyways, just get your slave cylinder out of the way. If yours is stock, you're going to have a hard line that goes through here. So you're going to probably have to unbolt all that and most likely unbolt the slave cylinder so you don't kink your hard line. But I have this upgraded slave cylinder with a steel braided line, so I can just swing it over this way and have it out of the way. Now you can get your bell housing bolts. It's these guys right there. These small ones down here. And then you also have these guys right there. That one, that one, and then that one right there. And then there's going to be the two more up top. So we're going to go ahead and loosen up the bell housing bolts. For reference, I added this picture. This is what the bolts look like. You will remove this 10mm bolt here so you can get the wiring harness out of the way because you are going to have to drop this entire transmission down. All right, guys. Don't forget, this is a 36, not a 32mm axle nut. So I'm off to O'Reilly's to get the correct one. So down here, we unbolted the lower ball joint bolts and the sway bar link here. We are prepping it so we can drop the subframe. More harder to reach bolts for your bearing here on your CV axle. You have two 14mm bolts. One of them is right above here. You can access it with a wrench right there and you'll be able to pull down on it. And then the other one sits right there. There you see the empty hole where it used to sit. So you're gonna unbolt those. So right now I'm going to hold up the steering rack. So we're gonna pass a strap through and just hold it up. I could probably just hold it up from the exhaust here. So we're gonna leave it hanging. So let's get to that. Guys, so now we see those two bolts up here that hold the rack to the subframe. You're gonna wanna loosen those. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen them. So you can't really access it from here, guys, but to get the other subframe bolts, which one's a 19 and one's a 14mm, you're gonna go from the wheel well right here. It's a tight fit, but you'll get it. So that's what Hunter's doing right now. So yeah, guys, here we go. We're tucked here, giving you guys a nice look. This is where the bolts live. The 14 was right there, and then that's the 19 right there. Tight fit, but you'll get it off. All right, so we've undone both of these bolts here on this back mount. So yeah, the subframe is ready to go down now. We just, guys, we're gonna go ahead and unbolt the subframe. Something. Okay, got that loose there. Now, let's go over here.
Just four of them, eh?
Yeah, well, I didn't take them off completely.
Yeah. Just back them out.
Yeah. Cool. So guys, don't forget about these ones up here, like I did. Thanks, Hunter. Let me stop it right there. Get these control arms to slide off of the ball joint here. Do you need like a pry bar?
Nope, just needed a balance knee.
Okay. So you got yours off, right?
Yeah.
I don't have mine off yet. I will have to... There we go.
Oh, you're getting close to slipping off there.
Oops. Okay, bringing her down now.
Quick Q&A.
What?
This thing's a box, right?
A box?
Yeah.
What do you mean a box?
The shape of this?
Box, yes.
How are we going to get it around that bottle jack?
Good call. That is a good point.
I guess we could...
When you want to wrap up your, or hold up the rack, I just held it to the exhaust there. It'll be fine. So just do that. So we're going to go ahead and drain the transmission right here. Also, you see this leaking stuff? I'm pretty sure that's a rear main seal leak. I will be replacing the rear main seal while I'm in here. Might as well. Even if it's not leaking, still do it.
Let's see. Ooh, factory breaking or what?
Oh no, I've changed the fluid periodically.
Oh yeah?
I do it every like 3 oil changes.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
How hard is it?
Not hard because then the fill plug is over there.
How do you know if it's full?
Till it spills out.
Oh, out of which side? Right here or over there?
The fill plug.
Oh, okay.
I'd say it's drained enough.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put the drain plug back in.
Ooh.
Okay. Pop the CV axle.
Sick.
Also, I have new seals here. I will be replacing them. Might as well while I'm in here. This is the old CV axle. They were clicking. Although, I don't know if it was this side. This side still feels pretty tight. I believe it was the passenger side that started clicking on me. All right, and now the CV axle is out.
Here, if you hand it to me, I'll take it over here.
Oh, okay. All right, guys, so...
Oh, we got this battery tray in the way.
Who'd have thunk it?
Nice.
Maybe I should go under there and hold it. Here, do you want to hold this here, David? I'm going to push the transmission up.
Oh,
Oh, you got it.
yeah. Golden.
Nice.
Still not free.
Why?
Oh, you missed a bolt.
Oh, of course I did.
That motor stays there. I'll be cool.
Want me to pull the mount all the way out the way?
If you can.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Trying to be helpful.
There we go. Out the way.
Oh, yeah.
All clear?
Yeah, all clear.
Well, see what happens.
You good? You need help?
No.
Damn, Hunter's strong, guys. You need help? Or you good?
I'm good.
Wow.
Actually, I finished my best.
Hunter's like, I'm used to doing heavy transfer cases. This little aluminum transmission is not very heavy. Yeah. Just right here is fine. Wow. There it is. We'll have 12-point pressure.
You've worn a really nice ring in these fingers here.
I have. Oh, nice.
Looks like a 12.10 or a 12.12.
That's a problem. I don't have a 12-point fucking 10 on me. I only brought the 12-point that I knew I needed for the flywheel bolts.
I can go in the shop and look.
Okay. All right, guys. So now you will be pulling off your clutch here. So we're gonna see how it looks. Here we got Hunter taking off the bolts. How's that clutch look? Damn, I don't think there's much left of it.
It's still got a little bit.
Yeah, it would slip when it get hot out. And then disaster struck. I unfortunately ordered the wrong flywheel, so the Civic had to sit. Upon the reassembly, I could not go as detailed as I wanted to just due to time because this is my daily driver and I needed to get it back up on the road as possible. So I did my best to show the reassembly. Quick note, when doing the job, make sure to get the correct flywheel. This one, even though it said it was for a K24 Z7 and was the OEM weight, apparently I needed to use a K20 6-speed clutch. Notice the surface here and notice that one. So my clutch kit I had was not compatible with this flywheel. So make sure you get the correct flywheel. Here I've got the correct flywheel. I'm gonna go ahead, brake clean it, wipe it down, and bolt her up. So remember guys, you're gonna wanna remove your pilot bushing using a puller like this. You put it in, tighten it up, use a slide hammer, and this will pop right out. All right, so I got new flywheel bolts. I went ahead and put some blue Loctite, torqued them down to 91 foot-pounds in a crisscross pattern. I triple checked, everything's all torqued. You just want to use a nice breaker bar and a 19 to hold your crank in place. Wiggle her off. It's getting dark, but luckily my Maxion headlamp is putting in good work. We are now ready to get the clutch and pressure plate in. I am going to clean up the surface there from me touching it, so I'll go put on some gloves. Also, make sure to clean your pressure plate because that's what just came off of it, so cleaning it right up. Also, here is the stage 2 clutch. Make sure put it on the correct way. There it says flywheel side. So this will sit on the pressure plate like this. Oh, be a little gentle with it, but see, flywheel side pointing to the flywheel, not the pressure plate. Make sure that you get this on correctly because... All right, so I'm gonna replace axle seal 1, axle seal 2, lube up the fork, and get the new release bearing in.
Gotta move to a little bar.
Definitely, this tool works out pretty good. I popped this thing out in literally one pull. Hunter was trying to do a little challenge here with his bar here, but...
These are cheap bars.
Here.
It's going.
This thing was only this was only 20 bucks from Justin. I believe they were about 20 bucks. But I got it in a whole kit with this. If y'all watch the tool videos, y'all know who Justin is. So I don't know if these are different, so we'll leave them per side and we'll open them up and see. All right, guys, so there it is. Everything's all in and lubed up. The boot's a little torn, so I may or may not get a new one tomorrow from Honda. All right, guys, little note here Hunter did. The date, mileage on the car, current subscriber count, and a little note. Hopefully it'll be when we upgrade to a even heavier clutch when this car gets some forced induction. All right, guys, we threw the transmission in. Some of the bell housing bolts are on. Hunter here is putting on the transmission mount bolts involuntarily. All right, guys, so once you have your transmission up, just begin and install all the bell housing bolts. You're gonna have two that'll connect with the oil pan. Oh, sorry. Two that'll connect from the oil pan up here. You have the long ones up top over there. There they are hiding. So just begin to do that. All right, guys, once you have all your bell housing bolts in and your intermediate shaft on, bell housing bolts on and your intermediate shaft in, as you guys can see, you're going to want to get your subframe and you're going to need help with that. So we are now going to get the flywheel in, or flywheel.
Yeah, we're a little past that.
The subframe. You got 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And don't forget about these ones here that go to the frame rail on the car. And the rack bolts to here and there. Overall, pretty straightforward. Oh, you wanted... Subframe is now in. However, make sure to get your CV axle before you put the ball joint on. Yep. New CV axle going in. All right, guys, so we're got the ball joints bolted in. And now we're gonna go ahead and get the shifter assembly done. So this simply just goes back on top, 3 bolts, and you slide in your cables and then push the pin through. All right, guys, so we've got all our stuff hooked up, slave cylinders down there. We're gonna get the air box in. Yeah. This job didn't go to plan. So remember, it's how not to do a clutch.
I'm trying to figure out how your shifter works in the car.
Oh, it's just 2 cables.
Top loader transmissions. So,
First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, reverse.
that is so weird. Half of them look like they're just going into the same gear.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, we've got everything in the engine bay all hooked up. Last thing to do is you're gonna wanna pump in your 2 quarts of genuine Honda manual transmission fluid. There is the drain plug, and the fill plug is right there. Let's get a flat. The fill plug is right there, nice 17 millimeter. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump in 2 quarts. All right, guys, we got the CV axles torqued down. Engine's running. Gonna let the car warm up. I'm gonna mess with the fender liner right now as the car warms up. Yeah. Just kidding. Do not drive your car like that. What you gotta do is break in the clutch first. For my clutch, it's 1,000 miles of break in, no more than half throttle. So it takes a while, but you have to break in your clutch. If you go out and just start driving it hard, well, kiss that clutch goodbye. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.